Hey guys, welcome back. In today's video, I am cleaning the chicken coop for the final time because in the last video, I talked about us giving away the chickens, and go check out that video to see all the details. But anyway, right now I am just like rearranging their yard so that the wheelbarrow can fit through to scoop out all the straw and stuff in there. And so I had to move like the nesting boxes, and I have to move kind of slow, so that's why it sped up, because the chickens are always underfoot. And so there's a couple of nesting boxes in the barn that needs to come out, and then I had to bring out their roosts, and that's pretty fun to do. It's like playing Tetris. Yeah, they have 2 roosts, and then their food and another nesting box is coming out, and now I'm gonna fill up their food. Some nice chicken feed, oats and barley mixture. They're very happy to have it back now. And now I'm going back into the barn to take out the final nesting box. Oops, I just bumped into it. Then I will be finally getting the wheelbarrow to fill it up with. In case you couldn't tell, it was a windy day that day, or a little bit. The breeze was nice though, because when this video was recorded, it was still in August, so it was a humid, very warm day in August, so the breeze was nice. And now I am finally coming in with the wheelbarrow to finally scoop it out. And now I'm gonna start by dumping the nesting boxes in, because every time we clean the barn, we like to refresh their nesting boxes and add some more straw, fresh clean straw to them. And if you didn't notice, one of the nesting boxes that I brought out had a few eggs in them, so I'm gonna have to take the eggs out of there and lay them somewhere else. And finally I'm back now, and I can get to scooping out the barn after I finish like rolling the rock out and stuff. And my tool of choice is the snow shovel, because it has a nice wide shovel for scooping out such a large barn. When we had a smaller coop, we used like a smaller gardening shovel because the coop area was smaller, but now that we have 18 hens and 1 rooster, we just like to use a big one. So it takes 3 or 4 wheelbarrow loads for me to clean out the barn normally, and this is what the chickens were doing every time I walked out with the wheelbarrow. Pretty much nothing. I mean, nothing out of the usual. They're just scratching around and going in and out of the barn. And now I'm back again with the wheelbarrow to finish scooping out the second load. And here we go again. If you're wondering where the straw is going, we have a compost pile that I'm dumping it in, so that's where it's going. I had quite an audience when I was doing it. Quite a few were in there watching me because they like to peck at any treasures they might find under the straw. And that was it, just 3 wheelbarrow loads, and now I'm putting the roosts back in and the nesting boxes, and I rolled that log back over carefully and hung their food back up, and yeah, I had to add those nesting boxes. And here I come with the straw now to add. We use 2 bags of just regular old straw from Holna. And we use that rather than wood shavings because for us it seems to soak up any moisture and more of the smell, so the burn does not smell that bad. Yeah. And now I am dumping the straw in. Killing it with a knife. That's how I opened it. That's the sounds. And now I'm dumping it. And this is, the chickens love when I put in fresh straw. You'll see in the end they love to dig and scratch around it. Here comes Pepper to inspect. And a few others are digging around. But they'll move in a minute when I go to spread it out. What do you think of all that straw? And then I'm just putting a little bit into the nesting boxes so that when they lay their eggs, they have a nice soft cushioning. And then I'm spreading it out a little bit because they need a little bit of help. And then on to bag number 2. And I'm using the same killing weapon for the plastic bags, the knife to open it. So, you can enjoy that background noise. And finally, it's open, and here comes the straw. I love the smell of the fresh straw. It doesn't smell as good as fresh hay, but it smells good to me. And I am pouring it out under the roost when I do it because that's where most of the droppings land, under the roost. But it is spread out in the middle, but the majority of it is thickest under the roost. And here are the chickens scratching and pecking around in it. Their water has been put back in, the nesting boxes are full, and the roosts are back in and everything, and they are very happy. They love to spread it out and dig around in it. That's it for today's video. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you sometime soon in the next video. Bye!